Hello everyone, my name is Clay, and welcome to First Impact, the show where I take a look at games, giving my first impressions on them after at least 2 hours of playtime. Because if 2 hours is good enough for Steam refunds, it's good enough for me. Today, thanks to the key provided to me by Deep Silver and Koch Media for the purposes of this video, I'm going to be looking at the CRPG Wasteland 3 developed by InXile Entertainment. Also, just as a note, this is the first time a major release was offered to me without asking, so that was real neat. I mention that because, frankly, I'm not a fan of Wasteland 2. I was one of the Kickstart people for Wasteland 2 back in the day. I've tried playing it numerous times, but I found its mechanics too clunky to really enjoy. Because of that, I wasn't really looking forward or was too interested in Wasteland 3. Thankfully, after spending about 5 hours with it thus far, I can say it's vastly improved over Wasteland 2 in pretty much every respect. Visually, the game is quite good looking. The designs for the weapons and armor all look fantastic. The environments that I've gotten to go through are all good looking and detailed as well. Also, I love the fact that for a change we have a cold wasteland instead of the usual desert. Seriously, I love post-apocalyptic games, but the focus on desert environments is getting to be off-putting and repetitive. The sound design is solid as well, the soundtrack is good but ambient, and I'm hard-pressed to remember any of the music outside of the title theme. Sound effects are nice and meaty though. The big change here is voice acting though. Every single NPC in this game is voiced, and it's really nice. The writing and dialogue is solid as well. Combat is pretty straightforward as well. It's a turn-based action point system, similar to what you've seen in a game like XCOM or Divinity Original Sin. You also have plenty of options for building your characters using a skill-based point system with skills like assault rifles, sniper rifles, toaster repair, and more. However, I have some issues with narrative pacing early on. Again, I've played for about 5 hours, and I've not even really left the starting town of Colorado Springs, because, well, the quests for the main plot are all above my level. See, the game has a really nice feature where it tells you what level quests are. I love this personally, as it lets you sort of pace out where you want to go and what you want to do, and lets you know how challenging you can expect something to be based on its level versus your level. But the 3 main quests you get after meeting the Patriarch, they start at level 9 and go up from there. I'm gonna do some light spoilers here for the very start of the game to kind of illustrate my point. You start the game by arriving in a convoy to Colorado to meet the Patriarch. The Rangers of Arizona, after having defeated an evil AI, are having supply issues because they sort of nuked the AI. A man called the Patriarch had contacted them, stating that if they sent a force to help him with his problem, he could supply Arizona with what he needs, as he rules Colorado. After surviving an ambush that kills most of the Rangers, your tiny force meets with the Patriarch, who offers you a place to build a base. So far, this is all pretty good. We have an enemy who ambushed us that we're going to want vengeance on, and we get to have a base. Then the Patriarch comes in and tells you why he brought you to Colorado. To retrieve his 3 children, who all hate him and have tried to kill him, and bring them back alive. And the lowest level, easiest mission of these 3 is level 9, and when he talks to you, you've just hit level 2. He then proceeds to tell you that you're not really strong enough to tackle these, and to go assist the town of Colorado Springs with some issues that they are having involving the gang that ambushed you, so you can rebuild your force and make a name for yourself. Personally, I hate this sort of thing. If I'm not strong enough to tackle the job you brought me in for, don't tell me about it. It honestly would have made more sense to me if he had brought me in and said, I brought you here for a purpose, but until you get back on your feet, back to fighting strength, I'm gonna hold off on telling you. Instead, go help the nearby town and the sheriff, and once I feel you're ready, I'll tell you what I need you to do for me. Instead, I now feel like I'm wasting time running errands for a town just so I can get strong enough to follow the actual plot of the game. Beyond that narrative issue, however, I think this is a fantastic game so far, and there's a good chance I'm going to finish it at my leisure and then do a full review. Check the description box of the video to see if I've done a full review at this point, as I will post a link in there once that's done. Further, if you want to hear someone else's thoughts, or even see a full playthrough of the game, you can check out CohhCarnage in his channel. I have a link for his full playthrough and his thoughts video in the description box below. As always, if you like what I'm doing, please hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for more videos, and remember to hit the bell for notifications. And hey, be kind to each other, stay nerdy, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and take care.